I wanted to share this with all of you neuro spicy mamas out there, whether it's you, your child, or a combination of the two. Um, so I was at a family event over the weekend, and extended family was there. Anyway, so my son, who's 13, gonna be 14 in July, was like, we've both been battling with this crazy sinus allergy shit like for weeks. Like it like knocked us off our asses. Anyway, so he had kind of like, he was like, all right, mom, like, all right, I'm ready to go. I'm going in the, like, give me the keys. And like he goes to grab, like he's like just like waiting for me to hand him the keys so he can get up and go. And I'm like, well, wait, like you have to tell Papa bye, your aunt, your uncle, you have to like say goodbye and like let people know you're leaving. And he's like, why? I don't feel good. I just want to go. And I'm like, well, because he's like, well, and I'm like, look, I'm like, I didn't know these things either. I'm like, you just got to look around and see how other people act. And like over the years, I've learned that like whenever you're at gatherings, like everybody, whenever they're ready to go, you should just as soon announce it an hour ahead of time because it takes you so long depending on the size of the crowd and how many people in the context of the event or function. And you know what I mean? So, and then I caught myself and I'm like, whoa. First off, I identified that it was something. I didn't need a name for it because it's either a combination of hypervigilance due to either complex trauma or from just my brain being wired a little bit differently and processing things a little differently. It could be a combination of the trauma or just the environment I was raised or again. So, but my point is that was my hypervigilance, and I was a people pleaser and I worried about what people thought of me. So I wanted to make sure I was socially acceptable, and I denounced my personal autonomy and what my body needed to feel safe and secure and put everybody else first, even though and to make sure I told everybody bye and I was the likable, nice person, not knowing consciously of any of those things. So yeah, so if you're a mama and you have, kids, try to pay attention to those things. Like, is this a natural consequence that they need to learn so that they can be safe in the world? Or is this something that, your hypervigilance made you think you needed for survival?